back home and you're kind of like piecing your life together again after being gone for so long, and you're kind of living life again as you did before, and like all the things that sort of happen and fall apart and come back together, and that definitely affected the tone of the record, I would say, for sure.
The sort of overall experience of like playing like the songs like over and over and over again for that much time, like you just really can start to like dig around inside them and sort of see like, you know, where to go with things or like what you can expand on.
There were places that I think we wanted to go as a live band dynamically. You get this high up in intensity, and you almost want to just get further out, and you just don't have songs written around it.
You're a master at gibberish.
Yeah, I can gibber.
Like you would start like just saying random stuff and it made sense.
It's more like a feeling and emotive.
Yeah, it's pretty emotive. This record especially is,
Pastiche.
yeah, it's very, very emotive, this record. The sound of how it comes out also is hugely important, and you almost don't want to sacrifice that for a certain word. You kind of have to go in between it all, you know what I mean? And how the way your voice sounds, because we like to use my voice as an instrument a lot of the time, you know? And that's what the gibberish stuff, that's where that sort of happens, when you start kind of like a brain bubbling out when you're doing rehearsal. It's just funny to listen back to the tracks where I'm like, "Never coming on, nah." But then you eventually lock
they start
in.
forming into words.
Yeah, you start locking into it, and the word you won't really use, but the that kind of vowel sound, or the way your voice can stretch out over that you definitely use. There's some moments on this record that exist because of other moments on the record, like when you get really, really loud, swashy, and insane. It allowed us to get really, really quiet on another song. You know what I mean? The further you go that way, the further we were able to go that way.
It's like a whole new palette of stuff, and you start to hear it in your head or whatever, and it's like that's definitely a place that you want to go, or you know.
Plus, you change. I mean, it's been a couple years, you know, and it's not just from touring. Also, it's just that we're different, you know. I think records always are pretty much an imprint of where you're at. And like I remember thinking, I'm not going to scream very much on this record. And then it turns out you're screaming all through the whole thing. Like there's just how it is how it sort of comes to be. And yeah, this record sounds like a nervous breakdown.